the masters, the greats in any particular field, all do the same thing. They perfect the basics because they know that sophistication is just a collection of really well controlled basics. But my main focus is, because we're here to be hypnotists, we're here to be agents of influence and agents of change. So our standard has to be different. Okay, so welcome everyone. How's everyone doing? Everyone excited to be here? It's good to see all of you here. There's a lot of faces here, so I'm looking forward to interacting with you guys shortly. All right, so with that happy thought, let me be the first to welcome all of you. We're going to be exploring deep trance and the structure of compelling suggestions. Hopefully you could see that coming through okay. So what does this mean? Look, we've been teaching hypnosis for many years now, well over a decade now, 13 years, 14 years formally. And we've covered a lot of ground with a lot of things. And what I want to do is I want to take us back to the basics, the foundations. You see, regardless of what discipline you go into, music, business, finance, education, sports, the masters, the greats in any particular field, all do the same thing. They perfect the basics because they know that sophistication is just a collection of really well controlled basics. Does that make sense to you guys? Now, I've been thinking long and hard about this. So what would be the basics of hypnosis? How can we just strip it down to its simplest and still effective form? And that's what we'll be looking at. These are the fundamentals behind things like conversation hypnosis, Ericksonian hypnosis, the CHP, level 1 hypnosis that we have, and so on. And I want to show you how to use these basics so that we can start putting them together in a way that looks extremely sophisticated, especially to other hypnotists that are out there doing their own thing. You will look like a walking dictionary of hypnosis scripts. And the thing is, you will never need a script again in your life, which is hopefully a wonderful thing, right? The key here is don't get stuck on examples that we end up doing. We'll be doing various different techniques and so on to illustrate certain principles. Please don't get stuck on them. By all means, use those quote unquote techniques with clients and whatever else you want to do with them. But think of them more as study pieces, right? These are pieces that we use to break down, to understand what the operative elements are in what we're doing. Does all that conceptually make sense to you guys? Yes? You guys with me? Excellent. So if we're studying compelling suggestions, well, we need to be able to have a measure for when is a suggestion compelling, right? And look, essentially, we've got two different measures we can apply here, right? One is the academic stroke stage hypnosis standard, and the other one is the therapeutic standard. What do I mean by the difference? The academic / entertainment standard is, can you get someone to do something? Right? There is a slight distinction between the academic and the street hypnosis, stage hypnosis standards, in the sense that academics, they'll go through the different scales. You know, can you hallucinate a fly flying around you? Can you negatively hallucinate away a book? Can you remove pain, et cetera, et cetera? And there's a whole series of scales that they use to test all these different things out, right? A stage hypnotist will do the same thing. It's a question of how entertaining you are. Will you act out your experiences to other people? Those are standards I am not interested in, and primarily because they don't really serve a purpose other than just being interesting, entertaining, and so on. If you're doing maybe a stage hypnosis show or you're doing a hypnotic lecture demo, then yes, it may well be worthwhile doing some of those things. And I'll show you a couple of cool tricks you can do even online like that as we go along as well. But my main focus is, because we're here to be hypnotists, we're here to be agents of influence and agents of change. So our standard has to be different from the academic or the entertainment standard. Are you guys with me so far? Excellent. Good. So what is the therapeutic standard? Well, we just said it. It's the standard of change. Is someone altering themselves in relation to what you are suggesting,